Hello people of Earth and other YouTube watchers. My name is Kristen and today I'm going to be doing 9 reasons why you should read the author Tamora Pierce. So if you don't know who Tamora Pierce is, she writes mostly YA and middle grade novels, and I have an entire shelf for her right here. Reason you need to read Tamora Pierce number 1. Her worlds are amazing. They're intricately designed and based, and they have a lot of different detailing to the worlds, but she gets into the world detailing and the world building without being slow and boring in her stories themselves. And her world, once you're there, you want to stay there, and you want to expand, you want to learn, and you want to live there, and it's really incredible. Reason number 2 that you should read Tamora Pierce. It is based around fantastic kick-ass characters. They are so cool, you will actually adore them, and they're female, which means that you get your kick-ass female heroines without having to go search around for them, and you don't dislike them. And they differ. They're not all the same. In a lot of YA novels, we get the same female characters who seem to be like, well, I'm badass and I don't care about anything, and their characters in these series differ. Alana has a really, really harsh temper, but she's also pretty shy. Kelladry is really quiet, but she's not shy, she just doesn't talk very much. Dane is extremely shy, and she's a really sweet girl, but she's been through a lot, and she doesn't want to give away herself or deal with a lot of problems that she's had. Sandry and Triss and Daja and Briar, though Briar's not a girl, all go through so many different twists and troubles through their life, but they all handle it differently, and they all build off of one another. Reason number 3 why you should read Tamora Pierce. She doesn't just put the effort into her main characters, her side characters are incredible. Tamora Pierce's worlds are filled with a bunch of different side characters who you can't help but love because they're just as amazing and intricate as her main characters are. Even though the stories are centered around people like Kel, you can't help but notice how amazing Lord Wilden has been written. All of Kel's friends like Neil and Merrick and Cleon and Owen, and how you just want to be there so you can get to know the people and not just the one main character. You don't just want to be that person. You want to know everyone they know because they're so fascinating and they have their own loves and hates and likes and dislikes and reasons for living and goals and dreams and opinions, and it's amazing. Reason number 4, she writes awesome animals into her story. Now, I hardly consider the animal side characters, but I thought they needed to get their own bullet. So, in the Immortals Quartet, Dane can talk to animals, so of course you're going to have a lot of animal interaction there. But just because you can't talk to animals doesn't mean that she doesn't put them in there. In both Becca Cooper and Alana, there is a cat that you love. In Kelladry's books, not only does she keep adopting different stray animals and taking care of them, but she actually has birds that live outside her window, and the birds have actually helped hunt down evil creatures that they were looking for when they rode with the King's Own one day. Birds are great. They're little sparrows. And of course they have their own little house and stuff, but Kel feeds them and gives them water, and they help her too. Reason number 5. A lot of plots tend to go beginning, middle, end, and they don't have a lot of changing up. Tamora Pierce's stories aren't just beginning, middle, end. They aren't just like bang, 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 that's your story. They twist and turn, and it's like taking a walk on a long, winding path through the forest, and every turn gives you something new and interesting, and none of it's boring and none of it's ever the same, but it's not insanely confusing. So instead of just getting from plot point A to plot point B, you actually get to learn about the characters and the world and animals and everything else in the middle as she twists little miniature stories into her big one. Reason number 6 to read Tamora Pierce's writing. It's easy. A lot of books tend to be interesting but really dense. Tamora Pierce's books aren't like that. Even though they have meat to them and they're interesting stories and they have a lot to them and they're not just fluff, they're not difficult to get through because things are always happening. It's pretty fast-paced, and because they're aimed at a slightly younger audience, they tend to move more quickly, which makes it really easy to pick up a book and not realize that you finished it until you run out of pages. Reason number 7 you should read Tamora Pierce. It's because she's a relatable author. A lot of people don't know this, but Tamora Pierce actually started out as a young child by writing fan fiction, mostly for the worlds of Lord of the Rings and the original Star Trek universe. and she didn't publish any of this, but she thought that the worlds were really cool, and that's how she got started writing, and she fangirled over those like there's no tomorrow. You can relate to that. Reason number 8 to read Tamora Pierce. There are a lot of different books that she's written, which means that you're not going to run out anytime soon, so you don't have to get all sad or wait forever for the next book to come out. Reason number 9 to read Tamora Pierce. They're super fun. And I know that this kind of wraps up all of them into it, but I thought I'd reiterate it a little bit because it's just true. While you're reading this, she has so many characters that are funny and laughable and just make you smile. And so if you're looking to have a good time, definitely pick up one of her books because you won't be bored. So those are my 9 reasons to read Tamora Pierce. If you think of other reasons, comment them down below. If you love this author, let me know. And tell me anything you want to about her because I actually adore this author and she was one of the first authors that I would say I was obsessed with finding all the books of. I was actually inspired to make this video by Samantha's Tamora Pierce video over at Novels and Nonsense, so I'll link that down below as well as her channel. Definitely check her out. I love a lot of her stories and I bet you will too. Additionally, I will leave links to my Tumblr, Goodreads, Twitter, and all that other fun stuff in the description, and or doobly-doo if that's how you know it. Until I see you next time, read, adore, and ship it more. Goodbye!